currently going live. That's all I can assume. So I'm going to push the button that says go live. All right. Welcome to this live stream on this wonderful Saturday evening. This is, what did I say, December 5th, 2020, a Saturday night. We've been having a few live streams on Saturdays. And honestly, they're just kind of going so well that I just want to do some more. And the last time we got together, we had said that we were going to do, I asked for suggestions, and a lot of people said Pitfall. And therefore, yeah, I'm late, I know. Well, you know, I was saying what you couldn't hear, I was trying to go live and it wasn't going live, is that they've changed stuff up in the back end of YouTube to the point where it's confusing to me. So, you know, I tried to go live and then didn't. But so let me go back. So I see what Keaton and Minor Tom said they couldn't be here. Yep, some notes from them. I see Charlie, Crooked Man is here. Outstanding. You like Jazz is here. Michelle is here. Yeah, we're doing some Pitfall, Michelle. Yeah, so as I was, if you'll see the description, I actually have more than just Atari. We're going to look at the ports of Pitfall too. Now, Atari, the 2600 is Pitfall for my money, but we're going to look at the Atari. We're going to look at Commodore 64, Intellivision, Atari 8-bit, Colecovision. We got a lot of them to look at. So I like comparing and contrasting, you know, the limitations of that old hardware. I mean, these days you play a game on Xbox or PlayStation, it's pretty much the same game. But used to be all the limitations, things just weren't like that at all. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get cooking. Oh, that jump sound. I'm sure everybody knows if you go backwards, you can, it's kind of a cheat. But we're going to go forwards like normal human beings a little bit. Oh, I'm just going to fall down there. There's lots of cool minutia to know about. Oh, love it. Hey, Dan. Hey, Miss So is here as I'm jumping into barrels. Hey. Oh, don't eat me. There we go. Jazz said it's weird seeing a professional headset playing some Pitfall. You know what? I know what you're saying, but I disagree. I think that's where it's needed the most. Because that's some legit... Ooh! Wow, he's serious. That snake is like... The other benefit of going the wrong direction is if you die, right, it puts you back... Ooh, a pit's coming. It puts you with some treasure. Is if you die, it puts you on the left-hand side, so you're making progress, which is pretty sweet. Crooked Man says, when the rope physics are better in this game than in most modern games. So I learned something preparing for this stream. You know what I didn't know? So I've read the book Racing the Beam, all about the architecture of the 2600. And I don't remember them talking about Pitfall there, but I was reading... Oh no! I tried to time that, it didn't work. I was trying to read up about Pitfall, and you know that rope is actually the bullet sprite, just redrawn and reshaped at every scan line. That's how they accomplished it. They, I say, he, David Crane, accomplished it, not they. Boop. I'm gonna hide down here. You need a jean jacket and a beer. You know what I kind of do to play Pitfall. There was a cool record if you rolled over the score. Yeah, so we've talked about those Activision patches before. I wish, so I had a couple in the day for Star Master, but I've since lost them, don't know where they are. And I wish I had some. But yeah, there were a lot of things you could do. We played... just get killed by a scorpion. We played Mega Mania last... I guess it was last week. We played Mega Mania. I'll go left. And... excuse me. We were talking about that. And I think you had to get like 60,000 or something in Mega Mania to get the basic patch. Steven is here. Hey, Steven. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Trying to make this Vine in time. And by the way, let me know which of those other versions you'd like to see first. I want to get a good baseline on this 2600 version because I love it so. But remember, we have Atari, Commodore, Intellivision, Colecovision, all those mini ports. Ports can just be one of the most interesting things about these old games. I did one about Donkey Kong Jr. not long ago where we looked at that. Cricket said, which cabinet do you like better? Yeah, if you've been watching any of my reviews, I mean, if you're talking just the cabinet itself, it's the My Arcade hands down. Basic Fun, the little cabinets, they're just too little almost, you know? And they don't look like a cabinet like you might want them to. Man, I don't know if you saw the little promo that I did a little while ago earlier today, but man, I got that 40th anniversary pack. Yeah, the Pac-Man, exactly. Oh, ow. I'm usually pretty good at that. Apparently not today. Uh-oh, so Jazz got a question. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Just pause this. If there was one game that you could request for Super Impulse to make a tiny arcade, what would it be? That is a great question. Oh my goodness. Well, okay. So let's get the obvious out of the way, and that's Donkey Kong. So ooh, well, that's a dead end. We know Donkey Kong's not going to happen because Nintendo does not license their stuff out. So we're not going to get a Donkey Kong anything. Frankly, we're not going to get a Donkey Kong My Arcade Basic Fun, Arcade 1-Up, nothing. I don't expect anywhere in the near future. I wouldn't think we will. So, knowing we can't get those, I mean, that's my first choice as a DK. Wow. Tempest? Man, that would be a trick, Dialer. That would be a trick on that tiny screen. And plus, it's a vector game. That could be a challenge. Oh, I about fell in the hole there. So what are my go-tos that I play? That you want something that's not too much small detail. I mean, like a Burger Time or a Pac-Man is pretty good because it's, you know, relatively large. Dragon's Lair? Man, that would be awesome. I don't know how they would accomplish it, but you know, we're going to take logistics out of the mix. It's just what do you want? Which means DK is my first pick then, if I go by my own rules. Money! What else? You know, Popeye would be awesome. I always liked Popeye. I thought that was a great cabinet. Hey, Stubaka is here. Hey, man. That is how RetroPie shines? Yeah, it does. Yeah, then you can basically make your own tiny arcade, can't you, man? Woo! Miss So says, I've missed this game. It's been too long. So, you know, yeah, the sound effects are... The sound chip in the 2600 was bad, but it was bad in such a way that when people figured out how to really make it sing, it sounded so... It's like the NES, right? It has such a... I gotta go back to that diamond ring. It has such a signature sound. Gauntlet, says Dan. Oh, Kickman, says Dryerlint. I called you Dyer earlier. I was reading at a glance. Dryerlint, obviously. Sorry. Gauntlet would be a good choice. Crooked Man says the Namco Museum, I recommended you. So let me tell you, Crooked, I have the Namco Museum now. I've had so many people recommend it to me. So I have so many call-outs to do in that video, it's going to be comical. I think maybe 15 or 20 people told me I should get the Namco Museum. So I finally did. And it's not new, so it's not the top of my production list, but I'll get around to it. Crooked Man says, I heard they made a Resident Evil port for the Game Boy. I don't know about that. You could be right. Now, what is interesting, to me anyway, is that Super Impulse showed off a Tomb Raider tiny arcade at one of the toy shows. And it hasn't shown up again since. Kicks would be... Yeah. Dog. I'm going to say dog. We'll say that. I don't know. But anyway, the... Kicks would be a great game to have on anything. I mean, you'd think we'd get that licensed. Especially today, because Kicks was more of like a puzzle game in a lot of ways, wasn't it? And puzzle games are very popular today. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're seeing a proliferation of all of the Namco stuff. You know, everybody's got a Dig Dug, and everybody's got a Burger Time, and everybody's got a Pac-Man, because they're licensing stuff out, and so it's pretty obvious who are putting out the licenses and who aren't. Go! I'm always afraid this pit's gonna swallow me whole. Ooh, quick pause. Crooked Man says they canceled it when it was 90% done. You know, I've heard that too, but maybe you saw an official thing somewhere. I haven't seen anything official that says it's canceled, so I always kind of figured they're hanging on to it. and maybe they'll put it out later. I don't know or what the challenge is, but it seemed like an odd choice because they're arcade machines. And that's not an arcade game, but it was interesting. And the Nailer says, hours spent on a rainy Saturdays in the early 80s playing this. Must have been about 12. Yep. Analog spent a ton of time playing this. Man, everybody. So Pitfall 2, that's the biggest, like, open world one, kind of. Yeah. I mean, Pitfall 2, Pitfall in general. Pitfall also, not Pitfall 2. I think it resonates with a lot of people just because it was so good for the Atari. I mean, it's an okay game. Taken in the grand scheme of things, it's a good game, but it's not an amazing game. It's good, but it's frankly, it's what you could do on an Atari with Pitfall was just, oh, I'm in trouble. Jump. Was kind of astonishing. I about did that. Dropped right in there. Yeah, keep waiting, Crooked Man. We know the Donkey Kong mini arcades aren't coming. Unless Nintendo decides to get in on putting those things out, which they may. I mean, you know, they march to their own drum, Nintendo. They do whatever the heck they want to do. That's right, Nailer. It's incredible for Atari. The music on Pitfall 2 is good, but I wish it had more variety. I really do. Da 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 da. Oh, I just fell in a pit. Oh my! You know what? I've forgotten until I got around to playing this again. Why am I falling out of frame here? Is that this is a title that, with all of the hacks they're doing to make the screen work, they don't have that rainbow down there next to the Atari or Activision logo. And I'd forgotten that. I just thought they all had that. I would have bet money. Marcus, what is up? Marcus's loyal fans. All your loyal fans are here, I'm sure. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. Let's take a quick peek here. Yep, everything looks healthy. Humming along. All right. So, we're looking at these. This is the Atari 2600 one. So we got a good baseline here. We have 4 more to pick from. So I'm thinking, let's look at Intellivision. I think that could be interesting. Stubaka says they did make the mini NES and SNES. Yeah, they could be thinking about making those cabinets. They just did the Game & Watch, right? So they're not going to part it out to anybody else, but if they do it, they're the ones that are going to do it. Let's try the Intellivision. Now, I never had an Intellivision personally, but I always wanted one, and here is Pitfall on the Intellivision, if you can believe it. Where's the sound? What's wrong with you? Is there no sound? I'm going to restart this emulator and see, because I know it should have sound. I heard it earlier, and it sounded weird. All right, Pitfall. Well, I don't hear any sound at all. That's interesting. Let me see if I can get Intellivision started up again. Sorry, let me put Atari back. I'm going to restart the Intellivision. Stand by, because it was working great earlier, but we're going to give it a shot here. Let's see. I don't know. Did anybody else play the Intellivision version of this? All right, I heard an initialized sound, so we might be good now. Let's give it a shot. Operator error is damn right. I wholeheartedly blame myself. All right, there we go. Intellivision indeed. And that's just not the right one. Well, that's interesting. There we go. Okay, Intellivision. Let's reroute this. You know, you should try. I have so many windows open. It's kind of bananas. So stand by here. You know what? Let's go to Colecovision. We'll come back to Intellivision. I say, and then we'll see if I can actually do that. It clearly has Colecovision grabbed twice here, but okay. So this, we're going to take a look. This is the Colecovision port of Pitfall. I don't know it very well, quite honestly. Yeah, I'm sorry, Charles. We're going to go back to take a look at the Colecovision, to the Intellivision in just a second. So again, operator error. There was no sound, but you know, I don't hear any sound here either. I don't know if you do. It's being very strange. It's behaving oddly, too. That's damn strange. All right. I'll tweak that in a second. You know, it was working before the stream, but what are you going to do? Let's go to one that we know works. Let's try the Commodore 64. Okie dokie. This one is an abomination to Pitfall. I played this a little bit before we started. Okay, yeah, first the colors are odd, rightfully so. And I think Alt-P will unpause that. Yeah. Let's... So for some reason they thought you needed sounds when you run. Yeah, let me know if you have sound on the C64 one. Hopefully you do, or maybe you don't. So who knows what's happening here. We're going to try. You know what we're going to do? Let me know if you can hear properly the Commodore version, please. Oh, there's me dying. Naylor says, I grew up right where the Colecovision was assembled near Amsterdam, New York. Really? Oh, that's cool. Did you ever get a tour? That'd have been sweet. You like the helmet hair on Pitfall Harry here? I mean, he should at most have a pith helmet, but he doesn't even have that. Okay, so you do have sound on this one. All right, we'll figure out the other ones in a second. We'll get there. Oh, and that weird, like, creative license on that? I just wasn't a C64 guy, but it was always technically competent, I thought. Ouch! Just slide through there. I'm sure, hey Fiddy, yeah, I'm sure that the Pitfall 2... Pitfall 2 is better on everything somehow, wasn't it? They did a great job on Pitfall 2. You know what I'm not seeing here that is... So, you know the deal with... Let's talk a second about how Pitfall's map works on the Atari 2600. In fact, we're going to go back to it. This is important. If you don't know this, you should. I don't know, should in the terms of if you want to be as big a stupid dork as me. Okay, so on Pitfall on the VCS, which we switched back to here, let me restart. So you have the top level, which is where I'm at right now, and then you have this bottom level where you can run around, right? So first of all of those screens, of which there are 256 of them, they're procedurally generated. No, I'm sorry. They are mathematically generated. So like how many trees there are, what the canopy looks like, whether there's barrels or whether there's walls, all that is mathematically generated, which is why you can go off the back side or the front side and it works all the way around. Now, interestingly, what you can do is it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, by which I mean this. So if I go to the left, I go to 3 alligators with a swing, right? Okay. If I go down below and I go left 1, well, what is this? Oh my goodness. So when you travel underground, you travel 3 screens, not 1. So remember this screen. So you have a single rolling barrel, scorpion, and a open-close quicksand, right? Or open-close lake, whatever it is. So if we go 3 screens... Oh my goodness, that was haphazard right there. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. And now we're where we got when we went underground. Because traveling underground, oh, you miss 2 screens vertically when you travel horizontally when you travel underground. Now that's good if you know what you're doing, but you can miss treasure. But it's a quick way to get deeper in the game by traveling underground. And in large part, that's why they added those walls underground, to keep you from just fast forwarding through the whole game. Okay, what's going on in the chat? I got to catch up. Dryerlet loves the C64. I get it. I love my Atari, and you know that was kind of like Coke and Pepsi, and you know Mac and PC back then was the Atari or C64. And I had a lot of friends who were C64 devotees for sure. Marcus says, "Who doesn't want to be a stupid dork as you?" I can't imagine who. I would think everybody would want to, as far as you know. So yeah. So Jazz is saying, would you rather have Nintendo Tiny Arcades with sound effects of them? Ooh, I don't want either of those. Okay, yeah, a micro arcade with basic fun. No, yeah. The sound of the micros it's too bad. It's really just purely a novelty. It's like, look what we did, and a credit card. Go away. And yeah, neither of those choices is great. I mean, a tiny arcade would be great because it's okay sound. I think it's on like 2 or 3 voices though, but I mean, it's fine. It's good enough. So anyway, back to the architecture of a Pitfall. So the reality is, if you travel above ground, you'll never miss a thing. But if you travel below ground, you could miss something. And how that math all works out, I don't know. But, oh look, there's somewhere we can't go. There's a dead end. They really didn't want you to go that way. So I point this out because I want to look on the ports and see if they use that same math, or if it's a 1-to-1 ratio, or what they did. Ah, brum. I always love poking my head out here and getting hit. I don't know why. Because it knocks you down. Didn't those tiny games take like 4 D cell? So you're talking about the Coleco, those big Colecos. I have the Donkey Kong Coleco, that big one. It takes, I think it's just 2 D cells, but again, they're D cells, so they're monsters. Ugh. You play enough Pitfall, and that's a jump you just can't miss. You know, it's really, really tight, but you learn where that jump is. I've missed it a couple of times, I'll point out, but I haven't had a chance to go back up. So we've passed probably dozens of levels. Now I'm stuck. So I gotta go back. Okay, so now that we have that in mind, let's hop back over to the C64 then. All right, so I'm curious if in fact the C64 also respects that limitation, despite its weird, odd noises. In fact, real quick, to give myself a winning chance, I'm going to go shut down those other emulators that were misbehaving so that they will be ready when we are. Yeah, they're just... Yeah, in fact, it's kind of hung. Yeah, that's why there was no sound. Yeah, they were misbehaving. Okay, back to C64. And then we'll restart those when we're ready. All right, so this screen... so let's go to the left and see what is to the left of this screen. So we have... Okay, I can't go out that way. That's a bad test. I need to go out a side that I can actually tell what's going on, right? Because if I just go out where there's nothing, that's not going to help me. Go! 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 Got it. Okay. So I have to wait till I can go back down, below underground. Oh my goodness. Just the physics are weird. Money! Money! There we go. It's closed up. Dude, it takes 4. You checked. Okay. Whoa! Man, I thought I missed that. Well, I'll tell you what's also interesting in these other ports I've noticed is to get off the rope. For whatever reason, everybody changed how you get off the rope. In the Atari, as you all know, down to the stick gets you off the rope. But in other words, you hit the fire button, or you hit the second button, or something crazy like that. Okay, we're just gonna... Here we go. So here's the test. So directly to the left. So we have 3 gators, a swing, and a scorpion. All right, so we're going to try to go downstairs and see if that takes me the same place or not. Boop. Okay, so it didn't go the same place. Oh, Doug said Berserk Tiny Arcade. Yeah, Berserk. You know, a 2-pack, they should just put Berserk and Frenzy together always. There's never a point in having one without the other. But yeah. So the third one, Naylor will be back. Awesome. Yeah. So in this one, they do respect the 3x1 rule. Ouch. Which port is your favorite? I'm gonna withhold judgment until we get a little further through this. Is Michael Creamer here? I didn't even see him come in the chat. Hey, welcome. Oh, just look at me just falling on logs. Tapper, make a nice little cabinet. Yep. Oh, just walking into stuff. Look at me multitasking. Sorry. See, this is the benefit of playing going backwards, because you have that ability to, if you die, it drops you on the other side, so it helps you get through there. Hey, Ethan, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We're playing Pitfall right now. We're trying the Commodore 64 port. All right, I just got to tell you, one of my favorite things to do when there's a vine and there's alligators. I love jumping on the vine. I don't know why. Jumping on the vine mid-swing. Or dying. Another choice. Sorry. Jumping on a vine mid-swing. I'll show you what I mean. I always just thought it was a miracle when you could do this. It's dumb, but what isn't? Just jumping up and going, I'm on the vine mid-swing. I just thought it was funny. I always did. So Dryer says, did you or a brother or sister ever get mad at the games as a kid and bite the black plastic cover off your Atari? What, like the rubber boot? Just yeah, the CX40, if you pulled on it, it would pop right out. I never bit it, but I did rip them off there a few times. Just tearing, just going crazy playing. I can honestly say that I never bit it off. It definitely came up. Ethan says, when are you posting the 40th anniversary Pac-Man? Shortly after I get around to recording it. I literally just got that in the mail today, Ethan. I'm teasing. Sorry for being snarky, but yes. Not sure when I'll post it. It's probably at the top of my production schedule now, so it'll probably be the next video that I produce. I know there might be another one for Mo or George before then, so I would say within a week or so. All right, so let's talk about this port. So, what do you think about the variety, the changes they've made here? The noise when you run, it seems like they would have done that on the Atari. You know, and it's just like, you know, turn a book into a movie. It's not that necessarily the book was... They both could have their merits while not being identical. So I get that... Ouch. I get that it's different, but maybe the Atari wasn't perfect, even though it was the first one. Let's drop down here. Marcus says, look like a bad habits when you discover the other joystick-like behavior. So Doug says it's Frank. Yeah, it's okay, but Frankenstein Monsters Pitfall Harry is fun. Yeah, the sprite is weird if it is a sprite. Now, you know, I don't think... Someone correct me if they know their architecture. I'm not sure that Commodore 64 had sprites. I think it didn't. I think it was kind of business machiney and it didn't have sprites, and so everything is just drawn. But still, cool. Oh! Ow! I think I could do without the running sound. The rest is okay. The swinging vine is very Commodore 64. It just sounds like a mid file that you would play. Ms. So doesn't care for the Activision version. Now, Ms., they're all Activision. So which version? There's the... Do you mean you don't care for this Commodore version? Because they were all written by Activision, based on David Crane's original. I don't know why. I keep thinking, when I first walk in and it's sitting still, I keep thinking it's Treasure, and I just kind of grab it. That doesn't work. Ah! Okay, jump. Alright, let's... Now that we know what's up with this one, let's give this a pause. Let me see if I can get the Intellivision one up and running here, because I think that one's very interesting, and I'm sorry it wasn't working at first. Let's take a look. All right, so let me get it up and running. I just started it from scratch again. Let's come back into the stream, and let's see if I can bring the Intellivision back to the top. Okay, looks like it's working-ish. All right, so there's that Intellivision again. Take a quick sip. Get my chat back. I need about 4 more monitors is what I really need. Oh, we have sound. Okay. We're in business. Okay, this is the... what's that? Somebody saying the version currently on screen. Oh, that one. Okay, Miss So. Gotcha. So you don't care for the C64. And Dryerlint says, I would think there's a lot of versions on the C64. There were a few. Of original Pitfall, there was just that one that I could find. A couple, you know, varieties of it. But of course, there's the Pitfall 2 and the Lost something, the Mayan whatever, a few other things. And Naylor says, I do like the Intellivision version. It rocked, as they did with all their games. Hey, Solo 3Po is here. Hey, welcome. Hi to you too. So first thing I'm going to say about this Intellivision is that it looks good. I mean, it looks like Atari. The colors are okay. Dryerlet likes these colors. Yeah, I'm not hating it. The vine is weird. Look at that vine. Looks more like a pendulum, like on a grandfather clock. Sounds about the same. Okay, this is one of those that has changed the logic of how you get down. You don't go down the stick anymore. You actually hit the second button of the alternate button, and that's how you jump off the vine, which is kind of weird. Oh, I'm going to jump on midstream. Yes, I love it. Looks like I'm going to bump my butt on those barrels, and I'm swinging from a vine. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. So, I mean, I would say this is right up. So Intellivision is the same generation as the Atari, and I would say they did a really good job of replicating the Atari on here. The sounds aren't the same. You don't have that same jumping noise, which I love. Dan says, I was a virgin on the C64. I'm not sure entirely what that means, but I think I get it. You're not used to it. Yeah, you never played it before. Patrick says, I wish Pitfall had been available for the retro Intellivision console a few years ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think there was one round of the Atari that has Activision on it, but it's tough to get those. Professor Taylor says, the Vine does not have a static fulcrum. Well, it might. Maybe the Vine is just much, much longer than you think it is. If it extends, you know, a further like 80 yards into the canopy, it would converge at a single point way, way high that would have a static fulcrum, I believe. So you might have to do the math. Get my protractor out and check. Yeah, Naylor said that's why Intellivision never caught on. That paddle thing. Yeah, the controller for the Intellivision I wasn't a super fan of. I will admit that. It had the little disc, right? That little disky thing. But this was a pretty doggone faithful. You know, after doing all this, I think I might do one of those. You might have seen I did the Donkey Kong Jr. kind of rated all the ports from first to worst. And this is actually most of them. In addition to this, there was a MSX and an Apple II version that I don't have running here. Stubaka says, I've used RetroArch to play 2600 games with my daughter. Pitfall's one of her favorites, as it should be. Patrick loved the controller, but that's all you had. You know, I think if you probably started with that controller, it was fine. It was a great departure from what you're used to on, you know, like the Atari, I think. And let's not even talk about the 5200 controller with the joystick that didn't center itself. Oh crap, I just talked about it. I'm really not hating this Intellivision version. Thank you, Marcus. Woo! Treasure. Thought I'd never get any. Kind of an anemic jump, but other than that, woohoo! Get on the Vine. Love that Vine. The Vine might be the best part of Pitfall, just overall, maybe. Alright, let's do some experimentation with the math. So, alright, this is interesting. So the left of this screen, going up top side, is a fire and a wall. Alright, so let's go down and see. Alright, so 3 away is, what do we have? We have 2 barrels, open close pit, Vine. Okay? Alright, so let's go 3 screens across and see if they preserved that mathematical logic. So there's 1. Oh no! Marcus, thank you for the super chat. Here's 2 screens. You know what that means? It's time for the Wheel of Doom. We're going to get on it in a second. There! Hey, the logic is here! That's great. I mean, I probably only I give a damn, but I really do give a damn. I'm just going to swing from here. And you know what it's time. Marcus, thank you for your continued support of GenXGrownUp. I mean, both in the streams, and I know you're a patron, and I mean, huge, but thank you for a quick super chat. So it's time. As you can see at the bottom of the TV, super chat equals Wheel of Doom, so let's get it up. What we have here, if you haven't been with us in these chats before, is we have Bean Boozled. So half of Bean Boozled, half of the flavors are identical flavors. They'll look like the same thing, but it'll be a good one and a bad one. And so, because Mark was so generous as to provide for us a super chat, to help us out, to help us buy those 40th anniversary Pac-Man machines and stuff. Yeah, Mrs. So, it's time for the dangerous jelly beans. You're right. So, all right. So I also have, by the way, I also have, sitting on the side, I have some black licorice jelly beans and some candy corn, which I love, but some people think is horrible. So if you would like instead to do a super chat and not require me to eat a horrible jelly bean, then I'll let me know, and I have that instead. Marcus wonders if they're all use the same logic. I want to know that too, and we're going to find out momentarily. Okay. Here comes Marcus's spin. Thank you for the super chat, Marcus. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, we didn't get any of these last week, so it could be Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. All right. So here it is, and yeah, I see them because we didn't get through any of those. So I found one. All right. Doug says candy corn rocks. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with people. I need to move my camera back a little bit. I feel like I'm too close. There we go. Okay. Now you can see my shirt. Yay. Okay. So, yeah. Marcus, thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate you. Here's your bean. Yeah, so it's either Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks, and we're going to find out right now. So here's hoping. Here's a bite. Oh, yeah. It's not terrible, but it's not good. Hey, Tom, did you just stop in to see me eat Stinky Socks? Thanks for that. I did find the Lego Dimensions. Thank you, sir. I put it on my Christmas wish list. Okay. You made me eat Stinky Socks. Thanks for that, Marcus. I'm much appreciated. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So let's take the super wheel. I actually left myself swinging. I thought that would be fun. Because who doesn't love a vine? We're going to get back into some Intellivision Pitfall. I'm glad that entertained you. It did me too. I wasn't sure at first. That one isn't terrible. It's not terrible. And frankly, I think, I'll tell you what. We also know that toothpaste is not terrible. So if Tutti Frutti or the toothpaste one comes up, you get an option for a respin if you're so inclined. Since we know that, since the object is to make me suffer, and you know I don't hate those. So. Oh, that sound is wrong. That sound is wrong. But that's okay. Tom says, if I could, I would give him a power pellet. Thank you. Instead of one of these ugly jelly beans, I would appreciate that. What's wrong with Google? What happened? You're looking for something and found something you didn't want, Stubaka. Tell us the story. He hates Google. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a good story behind it. Oh, that didn't work. Well, Google loves you and your data. Oh, there we go. I have PayPal set up in Google Pay, but it won't let me use it for a super chat. It won't! Oh, how dare they? Those sons of a beaches. Well, I thought, no, PayPal was in bed with eBay, not with Google, right? And didn't I see that eBay and PayPal are, like, separating themselves? I thought I saw that. PayPal's creating their own pay service for auctions, so. Oh! Man, that's exactly the thing that I hate. Thing opens on you when you're catching it. Who talked to Google? Not me. Oh, I did, because Stu keeps talking about Google. So I said Google over and over. There's not much treasure here. Have you noticed that? Miner says, I don't like Google. It lags my laptop and crashes. Wait. Google crashes your laptop? It might be time for a new laptop if Google crashes it. Try using real software. That was a little while back. Okay, when they split up. Okay. Look at that. That's a pro move right there, and you got to wait to drop. Yeah. This is a really respectable version. Intellivision, you're gaining my... You know, and I've never owned a real Intellivision. I think I might need to. Hello, Scorpion. And the physics is the same. I mean, you can... Oh, well, I guess we're not going anywhere. Okay, not going that way. Naylor, were you the same person that said that last time? Somebody else commented that the TV's not on channel 3. Here it is. The totally canonical reason why the TV's on channel 3 is because it's a hand-me-down TV, and the channel changer broke, so it just spins around freely, but it's on channel 3. Do you buy that? That's the explanation that I have. You know, I love when people find little things like that. I don't know if you've seen the video, very popular on our channel, the top 5 things I learned growing up, Generation X or whatever. And there's a point in there where I talk about rewinding cassettes with a pencil. And 3 or 4 people have commented, you know, in that video, they're turning the pencil the wrong way. And I'm like, oh, damn, I did not notice that. If I had noticed it, I would have fixed it. But I didn't notice it, and so there it is. I mean, it's just some stock footage I found and used. All right. Solo 3Po said, I played this on Colecovision. It had the extension where you could play other games. Aha! So we're going to play the Colecovision in a little bit. It was not working. It would sat too long or something. It had no sound. But we're going to go back to it. Ouch! In a second. By all means, we are. Tom says, on my Alienware PC, it's so slow it's annoying to use. Google is? Do you mean like Chrome is? Or you must mean, I don't know. I mean, Google's a site. It shouldn't have any impact on you. I could see how Chrome could cause that problem, so I could probably buy that. Although Alienware should be able to handle it, you would think. But let's see. You know, what I wanted to take a look at here is, let's me pop over, and yeah, that's fine. I think we have a pretty good idea of the Intellivision. I would like to get the Colecovision working here in a second. But before I do, I'm going to stand on this alligator's head. And I had a list of these cool... So I love these things and these questions, conversation questions that help get things going. I love this one. I had a list of these. They're really cool. So this one's probably pretty easy to answer. And so my question to you is, who is your oldest friend? You don't have to give their name, just, you know, unless you want to. More importantly, like your oldest friend that you still like hang out with and know and interact with, and not just somebody you still, you know, on Facebook friends, like you still are with. And where did you first meet them? How did you meet someone who, you know, decades later is still somebody you know and hang out with? I think I have an idea, because I know my answer, obviously. So... And school's not enough. I mean, if it's school, I need to know the grade. Like, when did you... Because I know a lot of people, they don't keep hanging out with... They have, like, people, friends at school, and that was it. And then they make some new friends. But, I mean, some of those old friends, I mean, they know where all your skeletons are buried, and they know you, and... So I'm always sad when I hear people, they never talk to any of their childhood friends, but... So let me know. You're curious to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, here we got one coming in. So, Top Spot says, my best friend and I met in 6th grade. I thought it was going to be a lot of school stuff. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that people met like when they were kids. And anyway, I'll stop the hyperbole, but I love hearing stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and answer it. I'll say, so I have some friends. I have 2 friends. One in particular does not live nearby, lives in Manhattan. She and I have been friends since, I want to say like 3rd or 4th grade. We lived in the same little town, and, you know, we did all the same kind of stuff in school. We were band together, we did all the same crazy stuff together, and had all the same group of friends, and we just never... Like we never did anything to totally piss each other off. We both think the world of each other, and every time if I'm in Manhattan, I'll look her up and we'll go have dinner or something, or, you know, if she's in Florida, we both grew up. But that's it. It's awesome to have people like that in your life who know you so well. Marcus says, Dan Staples, who's in the chat, that's awesome, is your oldest friend. Met the summer before freshman year, so 8th grade-ish. And then that went away. Okay, I won't read that anymore. Sorry. So Top Spot said, Gen Xer, so we're both old men now. LOL. And Stubaka says, my best friend I've known for 32 years, met in the 7th grade. He had a battle. So here's the story. He had a BattleTech rule book, and I noticed it, and we started playing BattleTech and D&D. So there you go. And he's currently your boss. Oh, okay. Well, you know, you got dirt on him. That's a great boss to have. So Tom says, does objects count? Do you mean... No, we're looking for people. Oldest friends. So Marcus reposted. Oldest friend met summer before freshman year, 86. And how did you meet? Because Chewbacca had the... That's what I should say. How did you meet at that time? That's curious. So you notice you both had the same interest, which is pretty sweet. Let me go stand on alligator. There we go. Naylor says, 7th grade. We live across country, but we chatted through decades. Saw him at my 30th class reunion. Don't speak daily or weekly, but... No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean... I have friends that live next door that I don't speak daily or weekly to. But you're still close, is what I mean, right? It's like they're not just some rando on Facebook that gives you a thumbs up once a month. It's like a real person. Marcus and Dan met in band camp. Oh, P-Dubs is here. Welcome. Yeah, we're playing some Pitfall. Now, at the moment, believe it or not, this is the Intellivision version. We're comparing all the ports, or some of the ports. And let me go this way. See if I can. We've looked at the Commodore 64. We looked at the Intellivision now. We still have a couple more to go. Ouch. I'm going to dead end here, aren't I? I feel it coming. Yep. Dang it. Now that's the downside of traveling in reverse, because you get that unexpected walls coming up. The walls on the right, of course, you know they're coming. You're excited to watch this? Oh, I'm excited that you're here, P-Dubs. I'm thrilled to have you here. It's just... So, we used to do some live streams when the channel started, and they were like, yeah, meh, people. And then, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, got a wild hair to play something and fired up a live stream. And man, the fun we had. What we're doing right now, like, just... I've learned that it's... You know what? The game is the lubricant to kind of get the conversation started. And people, the kind of people that show up to watch somebody play Pitfall, those are my people. Those are people I want to talk to. And that's what's happening. We're taking some old games and, man, talking about old times, and that's what I love to do. Ooh, goodness. Let's swing from this vine and catch up on the chat. Miss So said, the only one friend from high school, still in touch with, met in 9th grade, still call each other every few years. Okay, so not really super tight, but... Is it one of those things, too, you have a really good friend like that? Like, you don't talk to them for a while, and then maybe a year or two you talk to them, and it's like you pick up right where you left off. Man, I think I'm too old to develop new friendships like that. That's only with old friends that you're able to just pick right up with. I love that. Naylor says, we became friends in the roller skating rink over some stupid junior high crush. And still laugh about it. Great. Were you both crushing over the same person? Is that what happened? You have some beef? Plus, can I just say there's nothing more 80s than saying that we were arguing about a girl in the roller skating rink. So the neon's flashing and the CNC Music Factory is pumping, and it's time for couple skate. Oh, let's see. Let's catch up on that. Yeah. Stubaka says, hey, I got hooked on GXG because of the Lemmings stream. That's a long time ago, but yeah, that's when we first met. That's right. And never looked back. P-Dubs says, nobody reviews Micro Mini Arcades better. Well, thank you, P-Dubs. You know, we do our best. Well, it's you know, they say, you know, for writers, they say write about what you know about. And I know arcade games because I misspent youth and everything, so I can talk about them. Minor Tom says, I'm homeschooled. You know, Tom, I seem to recall a young man named Tom who wasn't going to stick around for the live stream because he had stuff to do, and yet, here you are. I'm homeschooled now. I was in school, but I had an experience with school, so happy now. Okay. Solo 3PO. Oh, it's Solo 3PO. God, I keep saying 3PO. I get it. I understand that. I got it now. It's a Star Wars thing. I understand now. My best friend that I knew since first grade, we stopped hanging out and went our separate ways when we got in our 20s. Oh, that's too bad. You ever think of looking them up? I mean, is it too late now, or I wonder. Naylor saying Duran Duran is playing up at the skating rink. Oh, well, I was close. CNC Music Factory, Duran Duran, whatever. Could be Culture Club. You don't know. It definitely wouldn't be Prince, because nobody played Prince back then. We had good taste. That was for you, Marcus. Oh, CNC Music Factory is 90s. I beg your pardon. Well, I'm happy that I dissed on your Prince then after you're slamming me on my dates. So, P-dubs, hello, I can rock a skateboard, but on actual skates. It's an all skate. Rabbit Bully, hello, welcome. Baker Street playing for couple skate. Tom says, I was going to go to sleep, but I'm not going to sleep yet, so I changed my mind. Well, I'm glad you didn't. I wasn't saying I didn't want you here. I was saying I call shenanigans because... Oh, look, it did it again. The emulator. Yeah, damn it, John. You're welcome. Shots were fired. So the Intellivision hung. You know what that means? Time for ColecoVision. So we're going to go check out some ColecoVision now. I'll throw Atari back up front. We'll shut down. Now I know how to get it back easily, so that's good. So we're going to switch. We're going to try ColecoVision now. Because why wouldn't I play ColecoVision? I mean, I'm not an animal. ColecoVision was the console that my rich friends had. Oh, it sounds nice. Oh, the logo looks like it did on the... Actually, looks like it did on the Pitfall 2 box, I believe. All right, so this is... Now, ColecoVision was a... I don't know my architecture for it because I never had one, but it's a little later than Atari and Intellivision, but still in that same 8-bit era. But they had so much, it seemed like so much more processing power. They could do some really cool stuff. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh, thank you, Marcus. I wasn't paying attention. So my clock ran out on the other one. Didn't freeze up. I could have just restarted. I see. Okay. So this also has the running. Minor Thompson, can you please play Splatterhouse next? Okay, let's put it on the list. Marcus, are you my secretary? Would you jot down Splatterhouse? Maybe over a Discord. We were keeping track of what people ask for. Also, Tron is up on the list for a future stream because I think I figured out a way to control Tron. Solo 3PO says, P-dubs, love your channel too, my friend. Yeah, man. Spread the love. Oh, I see stuff in the chat. I will catch up momentarily, I promise. I don't know what I think about the animation. Ow, ow. What is that noise? Boom, boom. All right, let's pause a second. So, speaking of Coleco, Doag says, a good home port of Frenzy. Huh. Huh. Well, I mean, Frenzy's not that tough. Well, the Atari had a good port of Berserk and Frenzy. I didn't have Frenzy, I had Berserk for sure. I don't know if I never had it, but I'm sure. Kevin says my favorite 2600, but talking. My favorite 2600 game was Adventure. Oh yeah, are you kidding? It's either Adventure or Yar's Revenge, depending on if I'm in the mood for action or adventure, right? So, Adventure is. I mean, even though it was only so varied, it was. I mean, just playing it, it was. I would play that thing over and over and over and over. I don't know if you saw, way, like years ago, I did a live stream about Adventure, and Warren Robinette was in the frickin' chat. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the chat and screwing up. Have you started the Namco Arcade review yet? I haven't done it yet. We were talking about it earlier when you weren't here, that I finally got it, and I have so many call-outs to do in it, and plus it's not new. And so it's not the top of my production list. Next for me is going to be the 40th anniversary Pac-Man that I did the little intro, the first look of today. Yeah, Miss, so Tron is cool. So I tell you, so some of these arcade games, what I like to do when I live stream them is play it for a while, and then, I almost missed that vine, by the way, and turn on the cheats so you can actually see the end finally. Because, you know, I never had the money to see the end of games. Splatterhouse, I think, has an end. We can do it with that one. So let's talk a little bit about. Did anyone see the Pitfall cartoon? It says Marcus. Only in passing. I'm sure I've never seen a full episode. So let's analyze this version of Pitfall. So first of all, the colors are different, but they have more varied colors. There's shading on the trees, which is pretty cool. I'm not nuts about the fact that I can see right through Pitfall's torso when his arm is there standing still, but that's the sprite. I get that. So the other thing, so they have a walking sound we don't need. They have a jumping sound that doesn't, it's not that awesome jumping sound. Like, you know what? Why don't I have Pitfall Harry as a text tone on my phone? That's happening. That's happening. When I get that done, I'm going to put that, a link to it, in the description of the video later, because you're going to want that on your phone, I'm sure. I'm going to get that. That's a perfect sound. There are a lot of Pitfall sounds that would be awesome there. Yeah, if I don't do that, somebody email me or put a comment saying, John, where the heck is the ringtone? Where's the chat tone? I'm doing that. So let's see. Let's, you know what? Yeah, I want to find out. I want to analyze the left to right, the mathematical screen thing. Hey, Devil Waldo, welcome. So we're playing all kinds of Pitfall. And right now, this is the Colecovision version of Pitfall. Oh, I'm going to get bitten. Oh, gee. All right, let's find a ladder so we can test the mathematical level progression. Oh, a Coleco Zaxxon. What's that? Okay, that's kind of a weird sound for picking up treasure. Getting off the vine is a down motion, but they added a sound, which is okay, a sound for falling. That pew, that's cool. It's like the jump sound in reverse. Oh, you know what? Every time he comes down, they make that sound. So listen, when he comes off the vine, you get, well, I'll show you in a minute when I'm not dead. I don't even know what button is start again on Coleco. That's not it. Here, you know what? I'll do that. That'll do it. That'll fix it. We'll just start the game again. Yeah, Devil Waldo likes this version. It's not bad. It really is. I mean, they're all Activision, so they're all David Crane. What I want to test now is whether or not the mathematical screen progression matches in ColecoVision like it does on the original 2600. Okay, so if I go left from here, I get 3 gators with a vine. Okay, so let's go left underground. If you're just joining us, the point is that in the original Pitfall, when you go underground, you span 3 screens, not one. Okay, so it looks like it's not what's left, so it's, again, let me look. So we have open and close quicksand and a single barrel. All right, so let's go 3 screens left. Whoa, I missed the vine, but landed on a gator. That was also another genius thing, is the alligator safe if you're landing on not his mouth? I mean, that's just David Crane genius for you. Hey, it's the right place. Okay, so they followed the math. I gotta say David Crane just took the algorithm and just repurposed it because... But overall, I mean, yeah. Solo3PO said played ColecoVision all night sometimes until the sun came up. Oops, crap, I walked in and just stepped into the fire. Luckily, I was cheating, so I was able to leap to the left side. Minor says the Pac-Man Mystery Box 40th Anniversary is that one you ordered. I'd be getting that one too. A mystery box? Huh. Yeah. Now, I did recently, maybe 2 years ago, I finally got a ColecoVision. Never owned one as a kid. And man, at my local flea market, they had this ColecoVision that it was in cherry condition. It was in one of those TV, like plastic smoke, transparent things, like a, what do they call it? Like an organizer, you know what I'm talking about, that has a place to put the console and a place to slide the cartridges and everything. And they wanted $200 for it, which probably was fair for all the games that was with it and its condition, but I held off and went back about a year later, and I got it for $1.50, so $1.50, and it needs a little restoration. Not you know, it's in great shape, I say, not restoration. It needs some cleaning. It has like the sticker on the bottom. Oh man! Oh, whoo! Did you see me just? I just Harry Pottered through that wall like it was 9 3/4 or whatever the hell the Harry Potter place is. What the heck? I heard the noise and then I glitched through. Okay, so Solo3PO, since you had a ColecoVision, is that a thing? Was that is that an emulation problem, or can you do that Pitfall? Now I got to do that like 5 more times. That was awesome. Well, I'm only going to do it underground, so I got to stay down here. Can I fall through the other way? I don't know. All right. You know, maybe it errs on trying to push you to the left. That would make sense, since that's the direction you're supposed to go. I really want to know now. Please, another wall. I never did test the falling from a vine. There we go. Here's a wall. Okay. All right, let me catch up on the chat, and then we're going to experiment here. Let me just pause this real quick. All right, so Ace 1000 says orientation is different. It's from right to left. Twist Hunter was left to right. No, I'm just playing it backwards. You could play the Atari backwards too. I'm just doing the same thing. Just playing that way because you can kind of cheat, which it's not cheating. It's a different way. It's the barrels roll with you and that kind of thing. Tom said my mom and dad had PS1 and sold it before I was born, so I'm still happy we sold the PS2. Wow, sold a PS1 before you were born. All right. Nice to have some youngsters here. Yeah, Pitfall meet the Matrix. You know what I'm talking about. Like I passed through the wall. I willed myself through it. How is this year's Partycade? You know, I haven't touched it in person, but it has its own issues, but not like the game's running slow. I've heard that there's some... You know, look, we don't have the bankroll to be spending $200 at a pop on these, and Arcade 1UP has never responded to our requests for review units. So it's $200 to do a review on one of those, and I'm hesitant, so I want to. So, you know, hey, maybe some super chats. If we can have super chats, we buy one. But that 8-in-1 Miss Pac-Man is gorgeous, and I want to look at it, but somebody in our Discord channel got it, and they said it was not awesome. Okay, let's see if I can make my way through this wall again. So first we got, like... Now, granted, it was a wall on the right, but still, I did that first, and I kind of wiggled. Bouncing off walls, is that a thing of the other Pitfall? I don't know. Now I want to do that again. I really want to do that again. I gotta get underground again. Stubaka said he's trying. Man, yeah, okay. Thank you. Bless you. Oh, don't bite me. Super chat's being a pain. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, Marcus figured it out. No pressure, but Marcus figured it out, so... How tough can it be? Okay, you know what? The sound when you pick up treasure is kind of growing on me. Hey, George. Yeah, George was... George had work messing with him all day. And finally hanging out in the chat. Welcome. Good to have you here. We're having a good time. So far, it was what you joined us on is we're looking at... Oh, ouch. We're looking at Pitfall on the Colecovision right now. And we just passed through a wall for some reason, and we're trying to replicate that because it was pretty awesome. Oh, missing that diamond ring. Okay. I will say those jumps are actually pretty forgiving because I keep thinking that I'm stepping on that scorpion, but the hitbox may be a little smaller than the sprite. So that's annoying for starters. I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Look! He's doing it! He's doing it! Woo! I am the king of the world. Look at that. Alright, so we know it works to the right. Can I make it happen to the left? So you have to get stuck in the wall a little bit. You need that constant beeping noise first. Alright, here we go. Oh. Alright, so let it sit for a second. Oh, that's it. It only works right to left because when I stood there a minute, it kind of nudged me left. And so what's happening is it's pushing me through the wall. That is neat. Well, here we go. Here's another one. Get right up there. Here we go. Okay. See the nudge? Woo! I am the king of Colecovision. Yes! I can go anywhere I want now. They can't stop me with a wall as long as I'm headed west. Is that a documented thing? I'm sure somebody discovered that before me, but I've never heard of this. Oh my goodness. Nailer, thank you. A $10 super chat? Wow. That's awesome, man. All right, we're pausing this. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Your support is awesome. I love having you guys on the live stream, and your support is just, it's through the roof. Wow, thank you. All right, well, it's time, you know, Super Chat is Wheel of Doom. There's your star, Nailer. Let's get cooking. Let's get the wheel up. There we go. George, you're in luck. You got here just in time. We've only done a couple of beans so far, so you haven't missed out on too much of my pain. So here we go. So we have, with the wheel up, Nailer is a smiley face, so I guess you want the wheel. So here we go. Good luck. This is a spin for Nailer. Ah, birthday cake or dirty dishwater are the possible thing. Miner's always rooting for me. Thank you. All right, I think I found one in there. Is that the right colors? I better look again. Make sure I get the right one. There it is. Okay. It's mostly white with some speckles. Like a birthday cake. Jack James, thank you, my man. You're next, buddy. All right, so Nailer, there's your bamboozle bean, your super chat bean. I can't thank you enough for that $10 super chat, man. That goes such a long way toward helping us. Like that, you know, that the review we were talking about, that 40th anniversary, that it defrays those costs, and it means I can turn around and do more stuff. All right, here we go. I'm rooting for birthday cake, but I don't know what Nailer is hoping for, whether he wants pain or pleasure, so we'll see. Just for you, Nailer. Oh! 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 Damn it! Nope! Nope, that's dishwater. Birthday cake. Oh no. It gets a little better. No, it's not good. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. Oh. Okay, Nailer. I hope you got your super chat's worth. That's okay. I keep chewing it. Just swallow it. Get it out of my mouth. Damn. You're hoping for birthday? Well, bless you for hoping for birthday. All right, cleanse my palate. Jack, thank you for the super chat. Jack says fun stuff. I'm grateful that you're here. That's why it's fun. We were saying, you know, earlier in the stream that we did a lot of these streams early on, and they were like, no. But my opinion is we focused on the game, and I worked really hard on the production and commercials and all that stuff. That was my mistake. Live streams are not about that. Live streams, the game, I think, is the thing that gets like-minded people together. Look, you post a stream about Pitfall, nobody that's playing Minecraft is coming in to look at a Pitfall stream. It's all the people. It's our people. And so you play the right game, you get in there, and you just start, you know, you find this great gang of people that, all right. So I've killed enough time, Jack. I didn't forget you. I was just letting my palate clear. So let's get a spin for, I didn't do a spin yet. Let's do, okay, hold on. All right, this is a spin for Jack's Super Chat. Thanks again. Here we go. Berry blue or toothpaste? Now, I am very excited because I don't hate the toothpaste. We hit some toothpaste on last week's stream, and it wasn't bad. So let's see. Easy to find. They're blue. There we go. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. All right. Okay, this is for Jack. There is your bean. Thank you for that super chat. It means so much to us. We appreciate the support. And you know, it just says that people like, hey, we like what you're doing. And we like what we're doing too, especially when you're here. Okay, here we go. It's toothpaste. But remember, I kind of like it. Exactly, Doag. Toothpaste doesn't taste bad. That's the point. It just isn't candy, right? It tastes pretty darn good, actually. So what's going on with Blue Waffle? Is he making fun of me? First, how many kids in the basement, mate? All upper caps. They're screaming at me. That's step one. Second, nice hairline. Okay. Look, I'm 52, 3 years old or whatever. I mean, I have hair, right? It's receding, but you know what? It just makes me more dignified. And you can tell that I'm up there in age. So, and then he's calling me Four Eyes. So also, Blue Waffle, when you get older, your eyes, see what happens is the macular muscles that are inside of your eye, they lose the ability to do fine adjustments. They can just do coarse adjustments. So when you need to change focus from the distance to near, well, you can't help it. Your eyes just do that with age. It's a function of how the muscle works in your eye. So it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of age and experience. So if you don't like I wear reading glasses, too bad. And all my Gen X friends, you feel the same way, I bet you. Okay, let me catch up. All kinds of stuff. All uppercase. To find the caps lock button, if you would, I'd much appreciate that. Okay, let me catch up on some stuff. Thank you so much for Jack for the toothpaste over the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's see what we got here. Tom said, "Yay, good bean." Well, again, it was. You're rooting for me, and I couldn't go wrong. So I like that. Kevin said, "I owned as a kid Pong, Sega Master System, Genesis." Let's get rid of the Super Wheel. We're done with that. We're back to playing the game. All right, catching up on the chat. Sorry. All right. Somebody's cleaned up the chat for me. Thank you, my friends. All right, I found Kevin's chat. Kid Pong, Sega Master System, Genesis, Atari. You had all of those. NEC Turbo Graphics. Man. So were you generally like wealthier, or what allowed that to happen? I mean, and I'm not saying were you a rich kid or snob or whatever, but I would never have had all of those. That's awesome. Like, did you get them secondhand or whatever? That's pretty darn cool to have all that originally. I pretty much had the Atari, and then the next I had was Atari computer. I skipped all the other things. Naylor says, as long as it doesn't taste like dentist off. Oh, yeah, that chalky. Yeah, don't care for that as much. Although it's still not bad. The worst one I think in here is the dog food. That's pretty bad. And Devil Waldo, hey, it's actually sad. Basic quality control issues. Arcade 1-Up still having. I know. Yeah. It's just, I mean, and those videos did great for us. I'd love to review another one. It's just, fool me once, shame on me. But buy another $200 thing. I don't know. Yeah. MC Murr is here. Welcome. It's not a party till Murr's in the house. All right. So let's continue. We're looking at the Colecovision now. Let's pick it up from there. So, Murr, you're just in time. We found a glitch in the Matrix in Colecovision Pitfall. I can pass through the wall if I'm going right to left. So check this out. So if I get really close, it'll start making a beeping noise because I'm too close. Then it'll adjust me 1 pixel. Look at that. And then, oh, I just moonwalk right through that wall, buddy. Murr says, once again, only one TV visible on your overlay. Amateur night. Yeah, I know. I'll work on it. I'll see if I get 4 or 5. I'll do my best. Doak said, I would have bought a trackball Atari Arcade 1-Up if it weren't for the fact that I'd have to replace the track. Yeah. So I expect you're aware of Glenn's Retro Show and his aftermarket stuff. He does a really good job with those aftermarket products. I guess he's an engineer by trade or something. Oops. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Okay, hold on. So things are happening. Things are happening. Okay, we got to pause. Things are happening. Stupaka, thank you for the ridiculously generous super chat. $25. That's going to go a long way toward, I mean, hey, maybe one of those party cades. We'll see what we can do, man. So it's more and more people are asking for stuff. We got that Namco museum because so many people ask for it. I mean, we're getting to the point now where enough people are asking us to review things that other people might have reviewed just because they want to see our take on it, which is flattering and amazing. But okay, but Stubaka, my man, so it's up to you. I assume you're going to want to spin of the wheel. We probably want to get the browser up or it won't work. There we go. All right, this spin is for Stubaka. You know what, Stubaka, $25, you get 2 beans. So you're going to get a spin bean, and then you could pick one of your choice. So for $25. Murr, I had never played Pitfall with ColecoVision either, and it's awesome. It's pretty darn good. toasted marshmallow or stink bug? All right. And Chewbacca, you get a second one. For 25 bucks, my man, that generosity, you've earned yourself a secondary bean. And you can choose it or just have a second spin, your choice. So I'm looking for the toasted marshmallow look. Oh, I found one. Okay, there we go. Tom's rooting for me. Tom, if you weren't here, everyone would be rooting against me. I'm telling you what. Okay, here we go. Here's Chewbacca's first bean. So this is either toasted marshmallow or stink bug. I think I had a stink bug a couple weeks ago, last week maybe. It was bad. But it's not as bad as dog food. So, all right, here we go. This is for you, Chewbacca, for your super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Hey, Ethan, welcome. You're just in time to see me eat a toasted marshmallow or a stink bug. Oh no, it's kind of fighting its way through the waxy cover. I haven't bitten it yet. Oh. Like, I'm not even sure I know this is accurate. Why do I know this tastes like a stink bug? It tastes like a stink bug smells. Oh, and the worst part is it gets stuck into your teeth. Thank you, Chewbacca, for what you've done to me. Oh. Okay. All right. So to get this out of my palate, would you prefer a second spin or do you want to pick? It's up to you, Stu. You get 2 for that generous contribution. What do you think? You tell me when you're ready in the chat. Oh, is that your answer? Spin the wheel again? I saw that. Okay. It wasn't caught up on the chat. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here's a second one just for you for that crazy generosity. Oh, coconut or spoiled milk? I think last week I had 2 spoiled milks in a row and I was not pleased. I hope everyone's enjoying my receding hairline and my reading glasses. Thanks for the moderation, T2. I saw you in there, buddy. You're the man. Chewbacca, again, thank you so much. Here is your, hopefully coconut. Hopefully coconut, but could be spoiled milk. Ah. Here we go. All right, biting in. That's not coconut. Doag said coconut would be the torture for him. It's just like a musty smell. It tastes like old laundry smells. It's kind of it wasn't coconut at all. Oh. Okay, so before we get back, let's turn off the wheel. Thank you so much, Chewbacca. Your generosity knows no bounds. You've been a supporter for years, and man, huge thanks to you. You know. Okay, so catching up. Yeah. So, Tom says John and the 3DS and DSi are rare because they're not being made now. That's a fair point. And I think it was complimentary, so I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, yeah, bad beans. All right, Miss So. They did discontinue those. Yeah, they did. The 3DS for sure, and I think a lot of those other ones. Okay, so we have been through the Intellivision, the Colecovision, the original. Let's go back to the original Atari right quick, because a lot of you just joined us recently, so I think we're going to go back to OG. Cool kids say OG. I picked it up on it. And let's just start. So it's important as you keep looking at these ports to go back and remember what the real original, and keep in mind much of it was all that sound. Again, that's going to be a text tone. Oh, that's gorgeous. So I'll go forward just because some people say you should. Get up there. Jump over those. Look at that, jumping double. Ah, the music! It's so good. I mean, it's not, again, it's not great. It just has such a distinctive sound. Yes, it's computery. Yes, it's tinny. Yes, it's, you know, a square wave. And yes, it sounds junky, but it sounds so good because it sounds, ouch, because it sounds like your childhood. Get down there. I love jumping on the ladder, too. That's so cool. I hate when I lose the chat. I need, again, 4 more monitors would do me well. Oh. Tom didn't know what OG means, so maybe that's only in the 90s. Maybe the youngest kids don't. I first learned what OG meant on Ice-T's album, OG. Stands for Original Gangster. Old school. The way they used to do it. Original, you know. Often imitated, never duplicated. OG. I've heard MC Murs say that, so it must be cool. He doesn't say anything that's not cool. Maybe that glitch works in the 2600. That is a fascinating thing to discover. We should find that out. I'm going to guess no, because a lot of the things that cause the glitch aren't in this one. There's no sound when you hit a wall. It is gangsta with an A on the end. You're right, Stu. That's right. We're going to go find out, though. Waldo, we're going to go check and see if we can replicate that. But at least I found out how to do it. Oh, that's death waiting to happen right there. Get down. There we go. Nobody's going to let me down. Is it used a lot in Fortnite? I wouldn't know. Again, not that I don't like Fortnite. I never played it, so I don't know to like it or not like it. All right. So let's try it right to left. I'm guessing no. Oh, so there is a sound. And you do bounce off. That's just my bad memory. So all that's good. But I can't get stuck on the wall, which is what you need. The formula in Colecovision is you have to be going right to left. You get stuck on the wall, and then after a time, there must be a timer that says, oh, he's stuck. Let's move him 1 pixel left. And that's just enough to shove me into the wall, and then I can moonwalk through it. So let's see if we can go right to left and find a wall. Shouldn't be too tough. Oh, sorry, wrong button. There we go. There's that benefit of going right to left. How you die and you get dropped to the left-hand side. That's... Come on. You know, you want a wall. You can't find one. You're trying to experiment. Oh, no. But if you're trying to make progress, walls everywhere. Come on, you can go. Okay, here's one that I can go right to left on. So again, I don't think I can get stuck, though. See, this code bounces you back immediately. Yep. So you're stuck there. Tom says, fun fact, Fortnite has their own version of Galaga, but it's a pizza, a ship, and a burger as the aliens. Huh, okay. I see people build a lot of creative stuff in Fortnite. And Kevin said, I bought ET for the 2600. That was the worst game I've ever played. No, it's not. There are a lot of things about ET that are awesome. It has its problems. I will admit, it's not a great game. It might not be a good game. Is it the worst game ever? No. And is it... The thing with it is it was way before its time. It had an inventory. It had multiple screens to traverse. It had like things that moved around. It had exploration and searching for things and pickups. And people didn't know how to play. I didn't know how to play that. We'd never done that. And reading the instruction manual was not the thing you wanted to do first. If you got it for Christmas, you ripped it open and you played it right away. You didn't read the instructions and you were confused. So I think if the VCS had been more like NES, like it had the capability to like give instructions and stuff, and it wasn't so limited, ET would have been much better, especially considering the limitations that Warsaw had. I think ET is a technically impressive piece of software, though not a great game, but it's not the worst game ever. But I understand why people say that. It's clearly not a good game. I get caught up on the chat, and then once we refreshed ourselves here on the 2600, we have a couple more pitfalls to pitfall. Jumping the Scorpion is just one of those. Oh, like I just failed on. Jumping that is one of those things that. Oh, here we're stuck again. It's like shooting the bonus alien in Space Invaders. It's timing that you only get with repetition, tons and tons and tons of time. Oh, I got to catch up. There's so much good stuff. So, yeah. So George is asking about, have you seen the? So I have one of those Alamogordo dig cartridges. Yeah, man, George, if you throw that link in the chat, that would be awesome. I love that video. I know it's one of your favorites too on our channel. I'm so proud of it. I watched it again from tail to snout, snout to tail, the other way around, the other day, just because. Murr is currently playing the new Call of Duty, and did get back into Fortnite recently. Really, Murr is a huge Call of Duty player. I mean, though he's a huge retro fan, I mean, but Call of Duty is something that's, you know, just like I love like Far Cry and Just Cause, modern stuff. Call of Duty is his jam. Tom said, I would like to have played E.T., but don't have anything to play it on. I see, yeah, so George is trying to hook you up in here. I see you're talking about an emulator. It's easy to play these days. There's a version you can play online, actually. You can just go play it on your browser. So that's doable. Doag thought, Doag, you can tell me how to pronounce your name and I'll stop doing it wrong. I'm sorry. I thought E.T. was okay. I didn't find it too hard to beat. It's more annoying. It is annoying to play. It's annoying. You're exactly right. I give you, that's totally accurate. Yep. Yeah, Stu is telling, yeah, Tom, Atari emulators are everywhere. Yep, you can get those ROMs. Easy to do. Miss So said E.T. will always have a place in our heart no matter how much hate. You know what? We should put E.T. on the list for playing on one of these live streams, quite honestly, for those that think it's terrible. Sniffles dramatically. Stu says the thing to remember about E.T. it was coded by one guy in 3 weeks. Yeah, but even if it hadn't been, I still think what Warshaw did there would have been impressive. He could have polished it more, fixed the, you know, the hit detection for following the holes and all that. And by the way, there is an altered ROM that fixes all those things. That's a great way to play it. George, your will, my hands. There's a link to that Atari, the Atari VCS or the ET cartridge. Thank you, my man. Okay, so we have looked at Intellivision, Colecovision, 2600. So yes, Marcus, ET. Damn it. What have we not done yet? I think it's time to look at Commodore, Atari 8-bit. Okay. Let me check my emulator, make sure it's still alive. So Atari 8-bit. So we're going to get that guy up here. Doop. Here we go. All right. I think F9. Yeah, here we go. So this is the Atari 8-bit version. Now it's Atari. It's a later architecture. I think they went way overboard. They went definitely aggressive with trying to add to the palette and make it a little more pleasing to the eye. Misso said, yes, ET on the stream. All right. Put it on the list, Marcus. But, so the odd thing is, with a similar chipset, the 2600, why so different in the sounds? Like, that's not... Yeah, that glitch is only in Coleco as far as we can tell so far. I'm going to go back and try it again, because I just love finding crap like that. Like, I'm the kind of fool that would do a whole video about how to exploit that glitch on the Colecovision version of Pitfall from 1983. That's the kind of crap that GenXGrownUp thinks is a video. So if you like that crap, you're in the right place. Get Levine. There we go. The Vine sounds good. There's only a jump up noise, although I'm not nuts about that noise. Thank you, Marcus. You're the man. Let's go downtown. Downtown. I'm not sure why Harry has blue hair here. He's got a helmet again, though. Stubaka says, wife is calling, time for dinner. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that super chat, Marcus. Much, much appreciated. Look forward to seeing you over in the Discord stream or Discord chat later. Yeah, that glitch is just, it's a ColecoVision. It's awesome. Oh, George is asking, and I will reiterate, he's asking, would you like to see a live stream of George, Dragon Slayer expert, doing a full playthrough? Stubaka, I appreciate you. May I not have too many bad beans. I don't think I've had a good one yet, quite honestly, but here's hoping. Alligators. I know I, for one, We had people commenting on George's Dragon Slayer review, like, man, that's the most proficient Dragon Slayer playing I've ever seen. You know, and George was downplaying it, going, I wasn't very good. But what he forgets is we all suck so bad that what he thinks is moderately good is magic to us. Video Game Lover 58 is here. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Make the vine. Whoo. Ow! I fell through a barrel. Yeah. Oh no! Marcus has super chatted. Thank you, Marcus, for your continued support. Oh my goodness, it's bean time. So is that a benevolent? Is that a candy corn, or is that a spin the wheel super chat? I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't have to be a bad bean. Oh, he said, you want to spin? You're hoping let's fix the no bad bean. Okay. All right. Okay, let's pause. Super chat means time for the Wheel of Doom. Let's bring up the Wheel of Doom. Get things cooking here. Thank you, Marcus, for the super chat and your support, your continued support. Okay, we are ready. If you're just joining us, if somebody super chats us, we have a box of Bean Boozled, and we're going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to eat whatever they tell me to, and it might be tasty, or it might be stupid dog food again. Okay, Marcus, this one's for you. Thank you, my man. So much appreciated. Here we go. Tom, why'd I have to go to sleep now? Birthday cake or dirty dishwater? So we got that one again. Okay. That one's not as... I can deal with that one. But hey, since we've gotten rid of some of the dishwaters, there might be some birthday cake in here. And though I'm not a fan... Tom, I'll stay. Though I'm not a fan of artificial birthday cake flavor, it's got to be better than dirty dishwater. Am I out of those? I might be out of those. Oh, wait. No, that's the coconut. We're out of that one. Okay, we get a respin. Respin. All right, let's try one more time. Let's try one more time, Marcus. Here's your respin. I'm out of birthday cake, dirty dishwater. It's time to replenish my supply of beans, I guess. Oh, strawberry banana smoothie. Hey, welcome back, Crooked Man. Or dead fish. Well, that's not promising. So there are a couple of orange ones in here. Make sure I get the right one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we got it. Got it. So it's kind of a yellowish orange. Here we go. So Marcus, thank you for your generous super chat. So I have here what I hope is banana strawberry smoothie, but it could also be dead fish. So let's find out. Come on. Stubaka said, George, he would love to see you play some more Dragon Slayer. I haven't been into this yet. I'm putting it off. Stop rooting for dead fish. That's not fun. He called you my Dr. Doom. Here we go. Biting in. I muted myself. That's not strawberry anything. Unless it's strawberry dead fish. Under my teeth. Okay. Thank you, Marcus, for your super chat. You know you're so much appreciated. And oh no. Oh no. Just when I thought I was going back to Pitfall. Oh, T2. Thank you. You're too kind. Oh, I still have dead fish in my teeth. I got. So I hope my chewing sounds aren't triggering anyone. I'm sorry. Okay. A little sweet tea goes a long way. Okay. All right. Another shot at a good bean. T2, I like the way you think. So let's give it a spin. We know we're out of birthday cake dishwater. So if that spins, we'll go again. Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks? All right. I feel like they rigged this. Like there's so many more bad ones. Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. T2, thank you for your generous super chat. We now and always, I know you're a longtime supporter on Patreon, which is consistently humbling. But this, my friend, with any luck, is a Tutti Frutti, not a stinky sock, that I eat now in appreciation for your contribution. Thanks, man. And I see you, George. It's Tutti Frutti! Yeah! It's Tutti Frutti. George, there's your star. Thank you, my man. Your wife wants me to eat a bean. I'm going to do it. Man, that's good. The Tutti Frutti is great. It's almost worth eating stinky socks to find the Tutti Frutti. Oh, Rudy. Thank you, T2. That's good. Thank you, T2. You just provided me with some delicious, delicious Tutti Frutti. Let me do a quick check of something here. Why is this not working for me? Let me just pick something here. Do this. Why is that not working? Let's try this to see if it works. Okay. All right. This spin is for you, George. Actually, it's for your wife. So for George's wife now, I would like to spin the wheel just for you. Thank you for your $2 super chat. It's easy to super chat, George, because it goes right back to us. You're just contributing right to the things we're already spending our money on. So, let's give it a shot. Oh, what's just happened? Something has just happened. Stubaka, what are you doing? Berry blue and toothpaste. All right, now George, I'm going to give you a chance to respin because I like the toothpaste. So you tell me, do you want to stick with berry blue because it's not yucky? I like the toothpaste, or should I respin? It's your generosity, so it's your call. I want credits, I want TV, simoleons, I need money, some get one, some in heading, so what would you do with $1 million? I'm a little behind on the chat. That's why I'm waiting to find out here, right? So, oh, Miss So said, would be a wheel of various hot sauce flavors be sadistic? Oh no, I don't have heart issues. That's kind of a good idea. That's a really good idea. Oh, and the more the contribution, the hotter the sauce. Oh, dang. I'm going to respin. Fair enough. Gotcha, George. So that's somebody, Marcus, secretary, jot that down in the Discord. Hot sauce. Oh, no. I'd be crying by 40 minutes in. All right, George's wife, here's your new spin. We know you don't want good flavored beans. You want a chance to make me wharf. Same thing again. One more time. T2! Oh my God, guys! What's going on here? They just keep spinning the berry blue. Oh, here we go. Tutti Frutti and stinky socks. Oh, and I just had a Tutti Frutti. So we now know, so this is for you, George. We now know that some of those are gone. Therefore, Marcus! What the hell is happening? We were just talking about that arcade. Look, if we hit the $200 mark in this live stream, we will buy that 8-in-1 Ms. Pac-Man, and we will review it on the channel. I wasn't gonna because I don't want to spend the money. But man, I mean, your generosity is... But it makes me want to just like chug a bowl of these. It's like amazing. Okay. I'm so behind. Here we go. All right. George, this is for you. Here's your hopefully Tutti Frutti. I love the Tutti Frutti. I hope it is. Here we go. No. No. That is not Tutti Frutti. Oh, Rudy. Is that something different? Oh, my. Okay. I owe 3 more beans, you guys. Marcus says no bean. Thank you. I'm going to use your no bean to cleanse my palate. Thank you, Marcus, for your contribution. No bean, no pain. I'm going to use this to cleanse my palate. Candy corn. The best palate cleanser. All right, T2. Oh, I think Stubaka, you were next. My man, thank you so much. That's not Tutti Frutti. You're right. Birthday. We're out of that one, right? So we're out of that one. Stubaka. That's you keep spinning that one. We know we don't like that one because it's too good. I'm gonna have to buy some more beans, I guess, because I'm running out. Oh, we've never had this one, Stu. Juicy pear or booger? Stu says I'm not that magnanimous. Eat the damn bean. Okay, juicy pear or booger is what we have here. Take a little sip. Okay. I'm hoping for pear. Stu, it's crazy. Thank you so much. This is not a money-making venture. This is like throw $1 or maybe eat a bean thing, and you're just, I'm so humbled. Thank you so much. This is for you. Hope it's a juicy pear. Thank you so much. Tom says he's going to sleep. I'll believe that when I see it, Tom. I've heard you say you're leaving before, and you keep sticking around. Thank you for stopping by, if in fact you do genuinely go to sleep this time. Here we go. Thank you, Stu. Here we go, juicy pear. Come on, juicy pear. Biting in. Oh, I must have a million good ones because I only get bad ones, except the Tutti Frutti. Oh, booger. It's kind of, somehow it tastes dry. Like a flat, like fungus might taste. Ooh. Bye, Tom. Stubaka, thank you again for your generosity, your unparalleled generosity. That's not even true either. Look at all these super chats up there. It's clearly parallel. You guys are just I don't know what to say. Thank you. All right, T2, I'm ready for you, brother. Here we go. T2 says grab 2 at random at the same time. Different colors would be great. For you, brother, you're the boss. My only at random, you said. Okay, random. All right, so here we go. So I'm not looking. Here we go. Something here. So I got that one, which I think is that's the Tutti Frutti Socks one. And then we're going to go for a second. Let me set that down. Second one, not looking. Yes, it's the juicy pear or the booger. All right. T2, man, this is for you. Again, what? Thank you. Thank you. That's, wow. Okay. These are yours. So 2 beans as Tom's request. Here you go. Juicy pear and Tutti Frutti. I'm hoping. I know it's kind of hard to see the Tutti Frutti, but the pattern's on it. It's there. Okay. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to put one on each side, and we're going to see. I'm going to try to bite one at a time if I can, but we're going to meld the flavors because you've asked for it. All right. Here we go. Hey, Kevin. Have any of you played the Final Fantasy Star for Sega Master System? Haven't played Fruity Boogers. Haven't played it. Aware of it. That's like an RPG, I think, right? Isn't it? All right, here we go. I'm waiting for the wax to wear off. Like maybe it's gonna. Let's see. Oh, it's starting to eat through, and it's not great. Okay, biting in. Oh, they're both bad. They're both bad. They're both. There's that dry fungus taste, and then the stinky sock thing. Oh, they're both bad. Okay, thank you, God. All of you like rapid fire like that is just. For those of you just watching, I hope you're entertained by me gagging on these terrible beans. I'm so grateful for these super chats. They mean the world to us. It just, especially for a small channel like us, geez, I mean, you know how long it takes us to make $5? I mean, a whole day, maybe you'll make $5. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. So $25 at a pop like that? That's like working for a week, and that goes a long way. So, okay, back to the Atari. Back to my pitfall. Oh, back to dying in a pit. You know what I don't have? I lost my chat. Let's get that back. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Marcus might be just recording things I say that he wants to have on repeat. I know he had a few gems from last week. They're both bad. They're both bad. You guys talk about Toe Jam and Earl? I've seen that game, but I've never played it. I don't even know what kind of game it is. It was Sega, right? And isn't there like a fairly recent sequel? I say recent. Not super recent, but... Stubaka says, the wife has raised the volume. I really got to run now. Stu, thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. I will see you around over the Discord server, of course. Thanks for stopping by. You're the best. Now, if... ooh! This is his own little glitch. What's happening here? Ms. So says the fact that YouTube takes 30% of the chat amounts is definitely a racket. You know what? So, you're right. You're right. That's... I mean... Here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it. Mrs. So is not wrong. So those contributions, YouTube takes 30%. 100% correct. You're right. Here's the thing. They also provide the platform. They give me a venue. They provide all the architecture. And we would not be doing this if not for an environment like a YouTube or like, you know, a Twitch or whatever. We couldn't do it at all. And so they've earned, they're constantly working. I mean, people love to... The bigger you are, the more people love to hate on you, right? But, I mean, YouTube has its problems, but it's a platform where, I mean, hell, we're hanging out together here and talking and having a good time because YouTube exists. And so, ouch, they've earned something for that, I think. And so, you know, I don't mind terribly that, you know, that you have to pay that 30%. They reduce the friction. They handle all the transactions. It makes it really easy. And it's a great way to, you know, to just like a little tip jar. And so I don't even think about the part they take out. I'm just going to work 30% harder and make up that difference, and we'll get there. So, but you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. And another thing, we were just talking, I was mentioning that as Chewbacca was leaving, I was mentioning... I see it, Tom. I'll get to you. I was mentioning, we're talking about the Discord server. Miss So, you have joined us over there. Great to have you over there. If you are enjoying hanging out and chatting with like-minded people through GenXGrownUp, we have a Discord server. There's a link that flies by every now and then. In fact, it just popped up. And, I mean, Miss So, she was like, I don't even have Discord. I can't do it. We talked about how easy it was, and she's there. She gets it. And it's fun. It's a great place. I have it open all the time. It's my go-to place to chat with friends now, quite honestly. Okay, let's talk about this Pitfall, this version of... Okay, let's catch up on the chat first, and then we're going to talk about this. Several things. A lot of stuff to talk about. I don't want to analyze this. Okay. So, Toe Jam and Earl in a bundle? Oh, did you? Is the original, I'm guessing, or new one? That's curious. Okay. T2 says, does OnlyFans take 30%? Asking for a friend. No. Sure, why not? So let's talk about this version of Pitfall in comparison to the others that we've looked at. So this is on the Atari 8-bit. The sounds are, aside from this, like the swinging from the vine, there's not much similar sound-wise. I think graphically it's superior, certainly. I think Pitfall Harry looks great. He looks just like he does in the 2600. Disrobed and paneled. Nice. Crocodile. I pride myself when I can properly jump on a crocodile from a run. Ooh, I almost got bit there. All right, so what are your thoughts on this Atari 8-bit version of Pitfall compared to the 2600? Like it? Hate it? How does it rank compared to the others we've looked at? I really want to know what your opinion is, because I think I very well might take this live stream and spool it out into a produced video to talk about these versions. Ow, ow, ow. And the bonus is going to be how to use the Matrix in ColecoVision. Oh no. Ugh, nice jump. Yeah, the sounds just don't do it for me. I mean, so real quick. So we're looking at this one. Let's hop back to the 2600 real quickly and just compare graphically. Look at that. I mean, look at that. So just graphically back and forth. Very rudimentary, very nice, right? But let's look at playing the Atari, just the sounds, how much they add. Oh, that sound. Yes, it's more rudimentary, but I would rather do the graphical improvements. Graphics, way better. But there's something about that great... The square wave noise and the jumping sound and everything about it is just... Yeah. And then we hop back to the 8-bit, right? Boop. Looks great, right? So let's then... But then you come out of pause and it's like that's so generic. That pitfall jump is kind of something you want to reproduce, don't you? I think. I do. Yeah. So Miss So says she really likes the darker color tones. Okay. The 8-bit looks very similar to the 2600 T2, yeah. Second-hand 2600 with no games was my first system. Pitfall, Combat, ET were your only games. Yeah, who was it talking earlier had all those systems? That was not me either. I think graphically superior. If I could get this game with the 2600 sound effects, that would be just spectacular. Okay, we're going on about 2 hours here. I really want to go back and play with the Colecovision again because I love that glitch. See, the running noise is unnecessary there. Okay, so let's head back over to the Colecovision. I really want to see this again. So we'll unpause that, go fetch our Colecovision, bring it up to the top. There we go. Okay, so in case you just joined us, the cool thing we found in the... I never finished talking about the jump noise. So unlike, again, didn't replicate the jump noise here. I don't like the lighter palette here myself. T2 went on to say, parents were so proud of themselves when they got me ET for Christmas. I'm probably the only kid who loved it. You're not. You're not alone, man. I loved it too. I told the story last time how I got it early too. So you'll notice when you jump up and then down, there's two little noises. So when you fall off the vine, they play that down noise again, I noticed. So listen. So you come down. Oh, it's a different down noise, but it's down, yeah. I don't know what that boing noise was. Unnecessary is what it was. Alright, I gotta go. I don't hate that noise, that's okay. Picking up treasure is kind of anticlimactic a bit. Sparks, how are you doing? Welcome. We are playing some Pitfall. We've been playing Pitfall all night. We're currently looking at the Colecovision version of Pitfall because there's a glitch that allows you to pass through walls and punch a hole in the matrix. So we're going to go do it momentarily. And we're going to repeat that because it was fun and weird. We found the formula. Well, we found the formula is just run into fire, apparently. Start that again. Stand by. So we're going to pass backwards through the wall here. That might be our coup de grace. That might be the clincher for the evening. Go, Pitfall Harry. Alright, so we got to go downstairs and then look for a wall. Check this out. This is so cool. Forgiving hit detection. My foot hit him. Alright. So you'll notice we hit the wall. Makes a noise. That beep. Like a pong noise. And if you stand too close, it beeps really fast. So what I had to do was stand there. If you stand there long enough, it tries to correct by pushing 1 pixel left, and that's all you need to be in the wall. Come on, get there. There's the pixel. Moonwalking through the wall. Moonwalking through the wall. Can I get out? I can get out. Okay. But if I keep going... There's the pixel shift. And out I go. I'm free as a bird now. I gotta look that up and find out if somebody else discovered that it's easily reproducible. It's so, like, such a way to game the system. I love it. And I never knew about it till now. Honestly, I never played this version of Pitfall till now, so why would I? Come on through. Whoop! Here I am! That's great. Okay. I think what we should do is we should end the night on some OG, original Atari 2600 Pitfall. We're going to play it right. We're going to play as good as we possibly can. And we're going to use that as a capper to our evening. Man, I'm so happy that everybody showed up tonight. We've been playing these, doing these live streams the last few weeks, and I don't know if we're going to do it every Saturday, but if I'm available, we are. I know that George is cooking up out that Dragon's Lair. He's working on that. I'm very excited to see that. Ow! I think a lot of people will be. We have a list. So this is a great time. If you would be interested in seeing one of these streams and you have a game in mind that you would love to see, any platform, arcade, computer game, anything, especially I think what's key is that it's from back in the day. Because that's what gets the right audience in here and gives us, we have such a good time. As I fall from a crocodile. Spark said, did you have the Colecovision? That's a good question for everyone. Before you got here, we were talking about it a bit. I never had one as a kid. About a year ago, I did acquire one. It needs a little bit of restoration work that I'm going to do. Ah, the glitch was well documented, George. You found an article about it? I'm having more fun in the chat than I am playing. I'm sorry. So let's just die. I'm gonna go backwards. I do much better backwards. Boop. All right, here we go. Well documented. That's cool. I gotta go look it up. I would love to see a pro-level Dragon Slayer. There you go. That's your Dragon Slayer vote. Adding tank to the list of suggestions. Tank. Do you mean combat tank, or is there? Because there are probably other version games called tank. I just want to make sure that we get your suggestion correct. Ow! Ouch. The movie or the game. Get on that vine. Get on that vine. Whoa! That was close. You know what all these games have preserved is the getting on the ladder mechanic. So the way that if you land near it, you can have your stick down and jump in, which is really good. Sparks already had a suggestion. Thank you. And we jotted that down. Marcus was jotting those things down. Thank you. No, Street Fighter is on the list. People talked about Street Fighter the other day. It's a great way to escape a barrel, is to jump in there, or log rather. Tron is coming up. We've about got Tron under control and know how to do it. If I can find a mobile spinner, I'll use that. But otherwise, I think I've got a way with mouse and keyboard to do it. We talked about River Raid the other day. Ooh! There we go. You know, I remember Treasure being closer together than this, but we can go there. Speaking of which. Seems like Treasure is further apart than I recall. And Marcus, you're right. The fulcrum in the Atari 2600 version of Pitfall is certainly much lower in the canopy. I was playing better earlier when I was paying attention to the chat. A little bit. Oh, just the sounds, just that jumping noise. Such a good noise. Man, okay. I just have one life left. We're going to play to its natural conclusion and see how it goes. A little jump before the pit opens up. That's always fun. Oh, I'm waiting. Karate Champ, says Dan Staples. Yes. Yes, indeed, Karate Champ. I would agree. Also, Yayar Kung Fu is an awesome one. Some people call it Yar Kung Fu. I don't know. Yeah, I do have a shuttle control, George. I saw that, and the problem with, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to check and see. I'm sure I have one laying around. I'll have to check and see. That's a good idea. I'm not sure if it'd be better or worse than my current solution. I mean, Tron had such a unique control scheme that it makes it tough. We'll find a way. So Karate Champ may be the only fighting game you could beat, huh? I had to stop and think about that one. Those are the coolest minutes. Like, I think that's why this game feels so much fun and you're really adventuring. Because you have those last second kind of like skinnier teeth things. You know, you jump right before the pit opens up and you leap onto the, jump! Whew, that was close. And you leap onto the vine at the last second. You stand on the crocodile. It's, despite how rudimentary it looks, it gives you a little bit of that adventure feeling, which is not the adventure of the game. I mean, just the concept of having an adventure is kind of how, for me anyway, certainly it's fun. ER Kung Fu is better if you can find it. Elevator Action? We did a live stream on Elevator Action. But that's not to say it couldn't happen again. We played Elevator Action and Elevator Action 2, I think. Wow. All right, guys. Hey, we've been at this for about 2 hours. I'm gonna put a fork in this one. I think it's done. Wow, these are so much fun. We're gonna shoot for Saturday evenings as long as nothing else is happening. We try to do it on Saturday evenings. We hope you'll come back and do more. Really, I mean, everybody that did a super chat, thank you so much. I'm gonna have another candy corn just because I can still kind of taste that dishwater or the booger. So it was the double whammy. It was the whatever Tom did to me, the T2 beans, the double. I still taste them. Thank you so much for all of your comments and all your insight and your humor and everything. It's why we do these. It's why I like to tune in and sit here all night and play this. It's been a great time. Thank you for being here. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Give us a thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already. We'd appreciate that. And hey, if you like something here, go tell 100 of your friends that we're doing cool stuff over here. We would love to have more people, the more the merrier. So thanks again. Thanks so much for tuning in for this live stream. I'm John.